Coach, I guess what are you kind of expecting from the kids and the guys today?
It's going to be fun. I think this is a great experience for our players. You give a great opportunity to give back. And usually I think you walk away from these events and start realizing, you have an opportunity to make an impact on not only the Houston community, but you get a chance to go back to Lubbock and make an impact on that community. And so this is a big deal. I think this is good to walk away from and know that it's bigger than just football.
What are you going to try to do today? Is it motivation? Are you going to actually try to do some drills with the kids? Or?
Yeah, we're going to do some drills. The guys are going to, do some tackling drills and different stuff like that. And I know it's going to be fun. And we'll see if we can't wear them out a little bit, too, for the parents, so they'll go home tired.
Coach, what do you see the response from your boys, your football team after an event like this?
I think it puts a lot of things in perspective from the standpoint of we have a platform, and you have a great way to use that platform in a positive way. And so I think they come away from this understanding that it's bigger than just football. It gives you an incredible opportunity to use your voice to help young people, and I think a lot of those kids, they see themselves playing in a football stadium like this someday, and hopefully see themselves playing in the red and black, and it just continues to increase their dreams of what they're going to do whenever they get older.
Coach, I apologize. I was over there spending some time with the guys over there, so I missed a little bit of it. But for you as a coach, how nice is it to have one more ride with this group of guys here to close the year?
Yeah, it's huge. I don't, we were talking yesterday whenever we had Christmas dinner, and just talking about what this team has done, how they've bought in, having a new coaching staff and not questioning, I always tell everybody, different's not good or bad, it's just different. And a lot of people have a hard time with change and have a hard time with different. And these guys, they just, hey, Coach, this is what we're doing, and here we go. And they've had a great semester. I told them last night, man, we set the all-time record for GPA. We had a 3.13 GPA as a football team. That's the highest Texas Tech's ever had. It's pretty impressive doing that during the season. And so just stuff like that, this has been a great year. We're just going to try to continue it in the bowl game.
And then I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but part of bowl games is the fun in games. Obviously, You got the kids here. What's it like for you to have this team come out and spend some time with them?
It's huge. It's huge for them. I think the young guys start seeing that they have a platform that can impact communities. The old guys, they understand that, and they just kind of continue to build who they are. But I think it's really big for these guys to understand that it's more than just football.
Now, how do you balance the fun aspect of bowl games and then a big game coming up on Wednesday?
We talk about it all the time. I mean, when you step inside the white lines, we'd say when we go, we go. And so when we're not in the white lines, then we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be still focused, but we're going to enjoy each other. But when we practice and when we are in the meeting rooms and everything like that, it's we have a purpose here, and that's to win the game.
And Coach, these guys, all miss their families for the holidays. They're here, they're locked in, and obviously they want to win this game because they're all in on this.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday for Christmas. Practicing on Christmas is a lot of fun. I think everybody got to see our 12 Days of Christmas last night. We had a big Christmas dinner. It was awesome. And Santa Claus showed up also for the guys, and it was a lot of fun. We're a big family, and they're away from their immediate family, but when they're together, they're a part of this family, and we talk about that all the time about making memories with this family we have right here.
What do you think the keys are going to be to getting a win on Wednesday?
Trying to control their running game. They're I think second or third best in the country. Quarterback's a dual threat kid. They got two big time running backs, and so doing that and handling their tempo, it could be a lot like the OU game. They're very similar, and so we've got to do a good job on defense of trying to limit big plays. And then on offense, we got to play at a pace. We got to play at Red Raider speed. We want to tempo the game, and we want to create some big plays. So, we need to make sure we can do that. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be one of the best bowls, if not the best bowl, in the country because you have two really young teams for the most part, and so you don't have a lot of guys opting out. So you're going to get the best of both teams. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So you haven't had any guys opt out outside of the guys that has already been talked about,
right?
Like Reggie and Tyree and those guys. You haven't had anybody.
No. We've had great week of practice, and everybody that came on the trip's ready to go. I think the older guys that like Muddy and Krishan, those guys they're looking at it like they're going to play. They want to play on Sundays, and this gives them another opportunity against a really good football team, against the SEC opponent. What they put on film is only going to help them, and so they look at it like that. So we're ready to go. Nobody's opted out that we have on the trip.
Watching film, what's the most impressive thing about Quinshon Judkins to you?
Any daylight, the way he hits daylight, like it's a one cut, and he can go 0 to 60 as well as anybody back in the country. So we've got to make sure that there's as much cloudy in the gaps as there can be, because whenever he sees any daylight, he hits it really hard.
Have you crossed paths at any point? I mean, shook hands face to face, met Coach Kiffin?
No, this will be the first time tonight at the rodeo. Never met Coach Kiffin. I followed him for a couple of reasons. His dad is a legend. And he's a guy that has had a lot of success really young in his career, and then has continued to have success. So I've followed him, but never met him. This will be the first time tonight.
Do you have to up your personality game to match him?
No, you're not going to match his now. He's. I said it. Whenever we knew when we knew who we were playing. I think he's great for college football. I think there's so many people that take so many things too serious. There's a lot of angry people for whatever reason of this guy saying this about this guy or whatever's going on. He's one of the guys that he says what he says, and it's usually right on. I mean, he's usually speaking the truth. Just a lot of people don't want to hear the truth whenever it comes to some of that stuff, whether it's the portal or whether it's NIL or anything like that. And I love it because it's one of those deals that he kind of keeps it all in perspective.
Now, this is the Texas Bowl. What does it mean to represent the Lone Star State in this matchup coming up on Wednesday?
Well, it's huge for us because we've got a large alumni base here. It's going to be a really good crowd for us. We probably signed more Houston kids this last signing day than Tech has in recent history, and so it's been really good for us to come here and practice. I bet we had over 100 Texas high school coaches at practice today, and so this was a huge bowl for us to play in.
Asked Kenny yesterday who's some of the high school coaches that you kind of reconnected with in particular.
Well, one of my guys, we were all on the board together, a THSCA board, is Coach Nelson's the head coach at Dickinson, and he was here at practice today, and he's one of my favorite human beings in the world, man. He is an amazing guy, and is great for this sport. So he was here, but there was guys, we had guys from Manville, we had guys from Stafford, we had guys from all over the place that was here today, and it was good. It was good to see them. And our Houston guys, like yesterday, we had North Shore in the house, so Tony Bradford was all fired up because Coach K was here at practice yesterday, and so it's been really good to see those coaches.
Coach, like you said, there's a lot of Houston folks here. How important is it to have this kind of stress reliever for your guys?
I think it's good, to get out here and think, and we've tried to make it a lot of fun. We've tried to make the events that we've done as team, we've tried to let them have a good time because, I think the team that has, kind of the most fun prepares the right way, but has the most fun going into the game. The one that's the most excited to play the game is usually one that plays the best and gives you an opportunity to win the game.
Coach, what have you seen from Tyler Shuck since he came back? 3 straight wins. He's 7-1 as a Tech starter, and seems like his confidence is sky high even after 2 adversities he's had to overcome.
Yeah, a lot of his early was just knocking the rust off. Whenever you're talking about first couple games that we put him in, you could tell that he just wasn't just comfortable really throwing the ball with any kind of pace. You know, and so, but we needed to get him in the game. We needed him to get hit and let him feel comfortable about that. And so you start seeing, you know, who he is as a football player. And, you know, he's an NFL caliber quarterback. And, you know, I'm really excited to see him play on, you know, NRG against a really good football team.
You got time for a one or two more.
Coach, just the other day, Patrick McCombs publicly was showing support for y'all. What does that mean for you and for the team?
I don't know if there's very many people that carry the Tech flag like Pat does. I mean, he is. Anytime we've called him, now he and Coach Kitley are really good friends, so it's easy for us to connect with him. But anytime we've called him, anytime. I mean, even the night that the cactuses went out, I shot him a text and said, "Hey, all I need you to do is put out a cactus and erect them." He said, "I got you, Coach." And so he just loves Texas Tech, man, and he carries the flag and the banner of Texas Tech with a lot of pride. All right, thank y'all.